moving on, we're going to predict the next week, the divisional round games.
Okay.
Now, I'd like to put a side note. A lot of these are going to seem like easy picks because this is the most egregious betting line I think I've ever seen of a weekend. We have the Ravens favored by 9.5, the 49ers favored by 9.5, the Lions favored by 6.5, and then the Chiefs-Bill game's a 2.5-point line. That is ridiculous for a divisional week game, and that's because a lot of upsets happened, and there seems to be a lot of like clear people to win. So before we're not gonna, I don't think a lot of us are gonna be spewing any like hot takes over here.
Yeah,
but it is what it is. Starting with the Saturday 4:30 game, Texans versus the Ravens. Of course, the Ravens are at home. The 1 seed, they've been off for 2 weeks.
Basically, 2 weeks.
And they had that for that last week. So it's kind of been like 3 weeks. But where are we at with this game? What do we think needs to happen? Can the Texans pull an upset?
So this is in Baltimore?
In Baltimore.
Do we know what the weather's like in Baltimore?
I'll look it up.
Please look that up. That actually does impact how I'm going to say this. So I think CJ Stroud is an absolutely amazing quarterback. I think Lamar Jackson should be the MVP this year at this point. Maybe Christian McCaffrey because he's a runner.
26, partly sunny, 0% precipitation, winds 15 miles per hour.
Okay. So Lamar Jackson playing at MVP caliber this year in 26-degree weather with 15-mile-an-hour winds. This is going to be on the run game.
Yes.
The Texans don't really have a run game.
No.
So, and of course, if there's anybody that's going to prove me wrong, it's probably CJ Stroud. But I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say that the Baltimore defense is still going to play very solid because their secondary isn't as banged up as, well, it's pretty banged up, but I think that their secondary is going to be playing better now that they've seen how the Texans are going to be playing. It's going to be hard to throw the ball. It's going to be kind of on the run game. They have great linebackers. Well, Roquan Smith is probably a top 2 linebacker in the league. Patrick Queen is solid. But I think the Ravens win this game. But if there's anybody that can pull up an upset this week,
it's the Texans.
It's CJ Stroud and the Texans. So that's how I think.
Raj.
It was right about the Texans last week, but now
do it again. Do it again. You won't. Do it again.
Changing your bracket.
You're gonna switch up. You're gonna switch on the CJ Stroud.
What you're allowed to do, but
you can switch up. But you'd be.
I didn't even have the Texans winning after the first week. I had them losing.
No,
I know. What I'm saying you'd be switching up. If you took
nah, I think I'm gonna keep the Ravens winning this. I mean, I know CJ Stroud. It might shock the world again, but
they're too good.
The Ravens are way too good to lose to this team. So.
Oh, sorry. I forgot you would have had the Texans playing Bills. Yeah.
So, yeah, I got Ravens winning this game.
Yeah, I got the Ravens too. I'm still skeptical of playoff Lamar just because his track record is horrible.
I'm
not a white guy hating on black quarterbacks. I'm somebody who looks at the data and the stats. So, in his playoff career, he's not been good.
Racist.
No. White.
But his last 3 playoff games have been not great. So I am a little bit nervous about that. And that's why I love the Texans plus 9.5.
Sorry about the cut. Was somebody tried to shovel our driveway. Anyway.
Okay. There's snow. Anyway, but yeah, I think I'm a little bit concerned about like the Lamar QB performance, but I think the Ravens are just a lot better than the Texans are.
The Ravens, I think this is going to be the year that the Ravens finally put it together.
Yeah.
Like, just the way that they've been playing, like they've been playing solid and like just winning games all year, and they started picking up momentum right at the right time. The only thing that concerns me besides CJ Stroud is that they've had a lot of time off.
Yep.
And that kind of worries me a little bit.
I think the Texans are on a really big high right now.
They have a lot of momentum.
No, I think they're due for like kind of a letdown.
Like a crash. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But I think that will kind of like, I think the Ravens being all at rest and the Texans crash might kind of cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Because so we'll see. I think it's an interesting spot because I could see the Texans going up 7-0, scoring an opening drive, and everyone's like looking around like, oh, is this
it?
Is this it?
Is this the dagger?
Is this the dagger?
I will say,
if
the Texans win, this is going to start a whole like Lamar's going to win his unanimous MVP or close to that.
Yeah, he should.
And if they lose to CJ Stroud, like rookie QB, after being the 1 seed,
It's gonna get loud.
It's gonna get loud.
Yeah. Although Lamar, you can come over to the Giants. It's fine.
A lot of teams would still take you, but it will get loud.
Please come over to the Giants for the love of God.
And I can stop being labeled a racist. Anyway, Packers versus the 49ers.
Niners.
This is going to be the annual beatdown.
Yeah, I think
Packers.
we both said it, I think, last week.
Yeah.
Where we were like, if the Cowboys won, the Packers are going to get destroyed by the 49ers. I would love to believe in the Jordan Love.
Look, it would be sick if they came in there.
Great. I'm going to be watching this game for the possibility.
Like, I might end up rooting for the Packers, but I don't think they're going to win.
This happens every season, guys. It's the annual beatdown of the Cowboys by the Packers.
And then the Packers lose to the 49ers.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where it's like,
it's free.
Yeah, because the 49ers, the kind of their one thing is like they just needed a little bit of rest. And now that they got it, it's like, oh.
And I mean, listen, the Packers defense is not that good.
Packers defense is not good, and
middle of the field, like the line, just no.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be this is either going to be really ugly or a Jordan Love legacy game, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love the 49ers minus 9.5. I think.
Damn.
Like I know it's a big.
They're winning by 10.
I know it's a big line, but. The Packers, they got a rookie receiving room for the most part. First-year QB. The 49ers are coming off rest.
It's going to be Nick Bosa, Chase Young, Javon Hargrave, not Armstead.
They got to watch all this tape on the Packers. I mean, I think they're like so excited for this game. I mean, the Packers have serious deficiencies on defense. And
Christian McCaffrey, how many yards? Total.
I'm wondering what the line
140
is.
all purpose.
I was thinking the line should be around like 120.5 or something like that. So, I mean, I think he's going to go for like 130, 140 yards.
Yeah.
I think there's the run games to get going. I think they'll get a lot of slants going. The only way the Packers win this game is if it's a shootout and Brock Purdy can't hang.
Yeah.
Because Jordan Love's a better quarterback.
100%. Yeah.
So if Brock Purdy kind of progresses a little bit and it isn't playing as well in the playoff spotlight and Jordan Love gets going and it starts to become a high scoring game, that's the Packers route to victory. That's what happened in the Dallas game. They scored
and they also I think just got to have like, tip passes just go their way. They get interceptions, like get turnovers. If they win the turnover battle, if they have to have a lot of things go right, but I'm not saying there's no shot.
Yeah, there's not no shot.
But it's like an 80-20.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Cowboys and the 49ers are very different teams.
Very different teams, yeah.
And so that's why I think the 49ers have this in the bag. But I will be excited to watch because, again, Jordan Love and...
That'd be awesome if Jordan Love went in there and won. I'd love that.
Yeah, it's a very exciting story. So, next game, Buccaneers versus Lions. I love the Lions here.
Lions.
We talked about it last week when I said the Eagles would win because the Eagles are a bad team right now. The Buccaneers, still, I don't think they're that good of a team. They made a lot of mistakes against the Eagles, and they still won big.
Lions coming off a huge playoff win.
Yep.
Their momentum is gonna be so high going into Detroit.
Yep,
like that's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the Lions are just a better team overall. I think that's probably the game people are least interested in watching
because it should be a beatdown.
Yeah,
of the Lions.
Now, the path for the Buccaneers is that they can cook the Lions secondary.
Shootout.
Yeah.
I think it's shootout. It's very similar to the Packers. I think it's shootout and win the turnover battle. Because if you can, like the secondary of the Lions is a little bit iffy. So if you can get if you can actually hit Mike Evans on those deep routes, you can hit the tight end, you can hit Godwin, you can hit all these random rookies that apparently are good now, whatever.
Don't worry, Trey Palmer's going to say a tweet, I woke up angry at 5:55 a.m.
Yeah, and then you need... I'm not saying they need to they don't need like 10 turnovers, but like if the Lions are driving, like you need to stop them. Like you need to hold them to field goals. Like bend don't break. Levante David and Devin White need to be bottling up the run game at the line. They can't be letting David Montgomery fall for 3-4 extra yards every run. Like they need to be stuffing the run game, forcing them to pass, and then you can hope that who's the safety? That's really good.
CJ?
Nope, on the Bucks. I'm so stupid.
Whitehead. Nope,
not Jordan Whitehead.
No, it's not Jordan Whitehead. Why?
Oh, it's not
Minnesota guy, 31.
What was his name?
He's
Winfield.
Winfield, yes. Antoine Winfield Jr. Yeah. You got to hope that he comes up too. Yeah,
That was a lot.
Good Lord, that took way too long. But yeah, I think there's a shot for them. I think it's a lot closer than in the Packers 49ers game.
Agreed, yeah.
But I still think the Lions pretty handedly win this game.
Do you like the 6.5 line in his favor?
I'll take the Lions on that.
Yeah, I just think
I'll take the Lions. Yeah,
I'm still iffy on the Bucks just because of the way they play the Panthers at the end of the year. Like I just still think,
and like they didn't play a great game against the Eagles.
No, yeah,
it was kind of just like the Eagles more lost that game than the Bucks won it.
Yeah, it's just like people have been saying the Eagles are not a good football team.
No,
are not a good. I mean, they just outright lost to the Giants at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I just think that's kind of. I mean, it's great for the Bucks, and maybe they'll ride off the momentum. But I just see a Lions win here, and then Chiefs versus Bills. This is the matchup that they couldn't have wrote this better.
Yep.
At the end of the year, Chiefs versus Bills. The Bills
in Buffalo for the first time.
Yep. Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game
ever.
-2.5 in the Bills' favor. Raj, I'm going to start with you.
Josh Allen's winning this game.
I think Josh Allen's winning this game.
Winning this game.
I think they're winning. I think they're breaking the curse.
This is the season.
This is it.
Unless Josh Allen doesn't beat the allegations and throws like 5 picks, tries to do everything.
Are crazy for doubting Patrick Mahomes. This is.
With the amount of momentum the Bills have, with how sketchy, which again, obviously I'm saying sketchy. The Chiefs' offense still looks fairly good. If it comes down to a shootout, I don't know if the Chiefs have the firepower anymore.
Nah, they don't.
The problem is it's not a shootout game. The Chiefs are going to hold this Bills team down.
I don't think so.
Because the Bills have a balanced offense, though. They have a run game. They have passing.
This Chiefs defense is so good.
I'm not saying that this is legitimately a 51-49 type of game. Well, I'm not saying score-wise. I'm saying percentages-wise. At this rate, it could be 51-49. That'd be sick. But I could see either team winning this game. I think the Bills, just with the momentum that they have playing in Buffalo, Mahomes is coming in there. They have such a big chip on their shoulder that everybody doubted them the entire year. The people were calling for Josh Allen to be cut. It was ridiculous. I think they come away with the win.
I think all the Bills needed was Ken Dorsey to be fired, and clearly Sean McDermott to be a member of Al Qaeda now.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
And they just need one Bills fan to sacrifice himself into the pit.
Yes, they need it. They need at least one Bills fan to throw themselves into the pit, and then they'll win. They've been undefeated since. Before we move on, for context, the Bills are building a new stadium right next to their old one, and currently, right now, it's just a giant ditch in the ground. And during every single one of their wins, there's been a report that somebody has fallen into the pit during the tailgates and everything.
Absolutely great.
So if they sacrifice somebody to the pit, they will win.
Yeah.
So
I wonder who's going to sacrifice themselves next week.
Somebody's got to take an L.
I think the Bills are going to win. This is on par with putting the jerseys on the Rocky statue. In
Philly. Oh yeah. Well, except when the 49ers did that, but we'll ignore that one.
Well, yeah.
There's no way Patrick Mahomes is losing his first road playoff game.
I think he is.
I am so confident.
MVS is going to drop 4 passes. Travis has regressed a little bit this season. Not a lot, but he's not as good.
I love the under in this game.
Yeah.
I love the under.
I could see that happen.
I think the Chiefs are going to bottle up whatever Buffalo's doing. And I just think the Chiefs offense is just going to look like I don't
Didn't the Bills already beat them this season?
No, that was last year.
The Chiefs own the Bills. I think the Bills are terrified of this matchup. I don't think they are Stephon Diggs is not on the same page. I think that the Chiefs have a huge advantage at the cornerback wide receiver matchup. I think
it's a bold take.
Yeah.
With Snead, with the way he's playing with Trent McDuffie,
I guess Dane Jackson kind of is their number one corner right now.
Yeah,
And he's not exactly
good.
good.
Yeah. Ooh, don't worry. DeMar
Hamlin's going to show up in a legacy game.
Chris Jones, they got Nick Bolton back. Just held Miami to pretty much nothing after a
Damn it, stop convincing me. I want
I'm still not worried
Patrick
about
Mahomes is by far the best playoff quarterback we've ever seen.
Bills
Josh Allen easily could make a mistake. I mean, this is going to come down to does Josh Allen make a mistake?
Stop making me change my mind.
Bills by 4.
Bills by 1.
Chiefs by 10.
Whoa, okay, I like it.
I think this is the.
Weren't you the same guy who said Browns by like 20?
I bet a lot
Weren't
of money.
weren't you the guy that said Miami by 10?
Yeah, you
Oh,
did
yeah,
say
I did say
that. Oops, thank you. But
That's on me. That's on
Hand
me.
up, gotta be better.
I thought the Dolphins could play somewhat cold weather. That's on me. I forgot Tua was not good at football.
Oh God,
I forgot what I was going to
Should
say.
have played Skylar Thompson.
Christ! It's like a mental flashbang right there. I can't even think about that. Anyway, you think the Chiefs are going to win?
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I forgot what I was saying.
Whatever.
Yeah, but I like him in this spot. I think. Oh, after all the season, you talked about in your little clip that we posted. You should go like it and be a hater. That Roger said that after all the roller coaster this year, the ups and the downs, the firing the coaches, this is their year to win it. I think after ups and downs and the biggest ups, the way to end the whole entire team and start over
Is to
losing
lose
to
to
the
the
team
Chiefs.
that broke you a couple years ago
Oh
when
my
they had
God.
13 seconds to score. And we're gonna see,
Oh
and we're all
God.
gonna be sitting here again next Tuesday saying
1
the
week from
Chiefs
today.
are in the fucking AFC Championship
Dude,
game,
stop.
and they're gonna go to the Super Bowl.
I swear to God, if after all of this, if the Chiefs end up in the damn Super Bowl, it's going to be so stupid.
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I guess the Bills just got to break out of Mahomes' helmet again to really hope that he just
Yeah.
can't think, but whatever.
I mean, again, I'm not saying the Bills can't win this game, but I just think the Chiefs are a better defensive team. I think they're.
I don't deny that the Chiefs are a better defense.
I think right now they're as good of an offensive team. I think they really did a lot in that game, especially in cold weather. I mean, they're gonna be ready for the cold weather. It's not like they were playing in Miami and it's like, well, now they got to go play up there. They played in that cold game, so
I think it'll be a good game.
Patrick Mahomes is gonna own Josh Allen once again.
Dude.